Hey everybody, it's Boardman21, and today's build is going to be the Void Knight, which is going to be different than the last Void Knight I did. This one's going to do more DPS, it's going to heal itself more, and it's going to go farther in the arena. This thing attacks so fast, it's just crazy. It's a shield throw for damage, it's doing Smite for damage, and it's doing Devouring Orb for damage. We are still wearing the Bear Staff, so it's still going to be a poison dot damage build, but shield throw does quite a bit of physical as well. But we're going to have about 200% throwing damage speed, which is huge, and that's all coming from skills. None of that comes from any gear. We don't have any throwing attack damage or any throwing attack speed or mana reduce or anything on any items. But anyways, let's just go ahead and get into it and I'll just show you it all. For skills, we're running Volatile Reversal, Smite, Shield Throw, Anomaly, and Devouring Orb. For Volatile Reversal, we have 2 points in Time Sap, 3 points in Catching Up, 3 points in Warped Time, 1 point in Time Lost Vitality, 2 points in Traveler's Fatigue, 1 point in Time Lost Wisdom, 1 point in Terminal Void Rift, 3 points in Dark Expense, and 2 points in Harbinger of Dust. Now, there's 2 points in Ancient Reversal, which increases the reversal time by plus 2 seconds. The way this skill works is when you use it, you move back in time 2 seconds, and it gives you these two buffs, move speed and global attack speed, cast speed, and throwing speed, for 2 seconds. These buffs last as long as you go back in time. We go back in time 2 seconds. This gives you 2 more seconds. So between this, we now have 4 seconds that we're traveling back in time, which means we get 4 seconds of buffs, and these buffs stack. Our cooldown is 2.4 seconds, which means we can have 2 stacks of this buff at almost all times, which means you'll have 72% of both of these. Also, we have 6% reduced cooldown per kill, so if you kill a bunch of trash mobs super fast, you can actually get the cooldown down a couple times. I've had up to 4 stacks of this at the same time, which is 144% increased move speed and attack speed, or in our case throwing speed, which is just crazy. Smite, 1 point in Holy Wave, 3 points in Righteous Fury, 5 points in Righteous Flurry for 50% more throwing speed, which is huge, stacked alongside of Volatile Reversal, and we get even more attack speed out of Anomaly, which is just crazy. We also have 4 points in Holy Fire, 5 points in Immolate, and the final 2 points will put 1 point into Ignite Chance, and the last point will go into a Fissure. For Shield Throw, we have 1 point in Ricochet, 1 point in Aegis. You definitely want Aegis, this way it can bounce off of you, ricochet off you, again when you're doing single target bosses. 1 point in Eruption, 1 point in Magma Rage, 5 points in Polished Steel to get rid of the mana cost, 1 point in Focus Campaign, and 1 point in Shield Bearer to get rid of the cooldown, to get rid of the mana cost completely, and so that the 1 point in Focus Campaign is there's no more cooldown on it. You can just cast it. 2 points in Armoring Aegis, 1 point in Ironmonger, 2 points in Colossus, and 4 points in Vampiric Shield, which gives you 20 health every time it ricochets. We're casting so fast, you're basically being healed for 200 to 300 health a second, as long as there's more than 1 or 2 mobs on the screen. Anomaly, we took the whole right side with just some cooldown and area effect on the left. So on the left we have 2 points in Emission for area, 2 points in Anticipation for cooldown. And on the right side we have 1 point in Void Touch, 1 point in Immediacy, 1 point in Time Bubble. Time Bubble just makes this huge bubble that lasts for 5 seconds. We then increase that with 4 points in Temporal Mastery to now last 9 seconds, and 1 point in Time Lord so that it's cast on us and it's always around us wherever we go, so that we get the benefits from it. What benefits do we get? We get 2 points in Manipulation for 20% more attack speed. We get 3 points in Time Eater for 1.5 global health leech. That includes damage over time. We have 1 more point to do. We'll put 4 points there. We'll get 2% global damage leech and 4% void global damage leech, which is huge. We have 1 point in Swiftness for the cooldown. This is a broken node. 1 point is all you need. 1 point, 3 points, it's all the same in here. And we have 1 point in Lingering Memory so that the bubble buffs that you get last for 2 seconds when it disappears. We have 100% uptime. We can actually get rid of that now. When this node gets fixed, that point's going to have to go in here for that cooldown. For Devouring Orb, we have 1 point in Dark Moon, 2 points in Abyssal Rest for another 20% move speed, 1 point in Cosmic Impact, 2 points in Sightless Star so that it costs cheap enough for us to keep it going all the time, 3 points in Void Adept for global damage, 1 point in Hollow Orb, 1 point in Abyssal Emission, and 9 points in Dark Turret. For passives, in the Sentinel base class we have 20 points, we have 8 points in Fearless, 5 points in Gladiator, 5 points in Armor Clad, and 2 points in Relentless. In Paladin, to unlock Smite, we have 5 points in Honor, 1 point in Holy Symbol, 4 points in Valor. Nothing in Forge Guard, and in Void Knight we have 70 points. We have 10 points in Devouring Blade, 8 points in Ruled Eater, 10 points in Sorrow and Still, 2 points in Void Blades, 10 points in Future Strikes, 3 points in Rot Grip, 1 point in Woe, 2 points in Eternal Form, 5 points in Void Aegis, 5 points in Echoing Strikes, 10 points in Time Legion, 1 point in Avatar of Regret, 2 points in Essence of the End, and 1 point in my new favorite, Void Flex, which is whenever you go below 20% health once every 30 seconds, all enemies around you will go 4 seconds in the future, which just means they disappear for 4 seconds and can't attack you. And as long as you're not on damage over time and you're using the nice health regen that we have here at 330 a second, you will regen all of your life in that time, which means you'll be ready to go for the fight when they come back. For items, we are running the Plague Bearer Staff, my new favorite weapon. For jewelry, we have set health and set health regen and set elemental protection on both rings, relic, and amulet. On the helm, chest piece, and gloves, we have health regen per second, flat increases, and for the belt, we have increased armor and protections. Instead of the 8% damage over time, a better choice would be ignite chance on potion use or dodge on potion use. Both of those would be super beneficial. One for DPS, which you don't really need. This build is huge already. The other dodge for defense, which I also don't know if we're going to need that. Obviously at some point in the arena we will die, so we will have wished that we had it, but right now this build is doing just fine. And on our boots we got Glancing Blow, Bolt Slots, Vitality, and some move speed. Don't worry about getting, you don't even need move speed on the boots. This thing's so fast without it doesn't even matter. And we're also ranged and kiting. For idols, we have some health regen idols, all 1x1s. We're running one large one for 10% mana efficiency with void spells to reduce our mana cost so that we can keep mana up and not have to have any sort of mana regenerator, and 25% increased armor. We also have one idol that gives us a % chance to cast Smite when we hit with a throwing attack. You will need at least one of those in there, otherwise you will manually have to cast Smite, but we are throwing our shields so fast that it doesn't even matter. You're always going to have the buff from it because so many smites are coming down. Now with this build, we have increased throwing attack speed here. You can see that just normally we're sitting at 6%. We had no throwing attack anything on any of our items. Now this 6% that we have here, when you use Volatile Reversal, you'll see it jumps to 42, and if I use it again, it jumps to 78. It's going to start wearing off. If I kill mobs and go that, you'll get even higher. If we throw down a Smite on ourselves, which you can't target yourselves, but you get another 50%. If we do the time bubble, you get even more. You can see we're at 100% here. Smite would get you to 150%, and then when you have a third or fourth instance of that, you can get up over 200% throwing attack speed, which is just crazy. And I'm going to go ahead and show you some gameplay of it.